Saint Euphrasia of Constantinople, a life of holiness. In the grand city of Constantinople, during the reign of Emperor Theodosius I, a noble child was born to a family of great wealth and influence. Her name was Euphrasia, the only daughter of Antigonus, a respected senator, and his devout wife, Euphrasia the Elder. From the moment of her birth, she was destined for a path far greater than riches or royal favor, a childhood marked by devotion. Euphrasia's father passed away when she was still a young girl, leaving her and her mother under the care of the emperor. Seeking solace in faith, her mother took her to Egypt, where they found peace among the holy ascetics who lived in the desert monasteries. Surrounded by the example of these devoted men and women, Euphrasia's heart burned with the desire for God. When she was only 7 years old, Emperor Theodosius sent word that he had arranged for her to marry a wealthy nobleman. But young Euphrasia, filled with divine love, boldly refused. She wrote to the emperor, "I have chosen Christ as my bridegroom. My heart belongs to him alone. I ask that my inheritance be given to the poor, and that I may remain among those who live only for God." Impressed by her wisdom and holiness, Theodosius granted her request. Under the guidance of the abbess, Euphrasia learned the ways of ascetic life. She prayed, fasted, and served with a pure and willing heart. Despite her noble birth, she took on the humblest tasks, drawing water, baking bread, and sweeping the floors. The sisters often tested her humility. One day, an elder nun asked her to carry heavy stones as a form of obedience. Euphrasia, though small in stature, bore the burden without complaint, offering her suffering to Christ. Seeing her perseverance, the nun wept and embraced her, saying, "Truly, child, the grace of God is upon you." But her trials were not only physical. The enemy of souls sought to tempt her with thoughts of her past wealth and the life she had abandoned. Yet, she resisted, whispering the name of Christ in prayer, finding strength in her devotion, miracles, and final days. As years passed, Euphrasia's holiness became known beyond the monastery. People from distant lands sought her prayers, and miracles were attributed to her intercessions, healings, deliverance from evil spirits, and even the calming of storms. When she sensed her time on earth was ending, she gathered the sisters and blessed them, urging them to remain faithful. She fell asleep in the Lord peacefully, her face radiant with divine light. Legacy of a saint. Her life teaches us that true riches are found not in gold or titles, but in surrendering ourselves to God's will. Her memory lives on, an example of the beauty of a soul fully given to the love of Christ. Feast Day, March 13th.